What's up guys, it's George Yuyu, and in today's video I'm going to show you 5 sparring tips you can use if you're a beginner or if you have your first sparring session coming up. So let's make it clear, sparring is not a fight. Yes, there's a time and a place to increase the intensity while you're sparring, but it's not a fight. The purpose of sparring is to improve on your skills, not show everyone how strong or how fast you are. This video is intended for beginners, so just keep in mind when you spar, you're there to learn, not to fight. But first, if you're new to the channel, I love sharing advice on boxing, nutrition, exercise, life of a boxer, behind the scenes footage on boxing events. So if any of those topics interest you, please make sure to subscribe so you stay up to date with the latest video. All right, before we begin, I decided to extend the giveaway. So I'm giving away 2 pairs of gloves. The first one, check out my last video, or you can look up the rules in the description below. All you have to do is send out an email. But I'm deciding to extend the giveaway for the second pair of gloves because I got a website now where you can purchase the team shirt. So again, there's gonna be 2 winners. One, no purchase necessary. You gotta just send an email to yuyuboxinggiveaway@gmail.com. And the second winner, if you're a customer, you buy a team shirt, then you're automatically entered to win the second pair of gloves. So stick around to the end of the video so you can check out the website. Before I share with you the 5 sparring tips for beginners, let's go over some of the equipment you need before sparring. I'm not going to go into detail into which brand or what type of gear you should buy. Everyone has their own preference, but you will need some sparring gear in order to make the sparring session a little bit safer. All right, let's start from top to bottom. And if you're interested in purchasing any of this gear, I'll have it linked in the description below. Okay, first, headgear. So there are many different types of headgears. There's one that's open face, cheeks, bar, so many different kinds. And the main purpose of the headgear, yes, it does soften up the blow a little bit, but the main purpose of it is so you don't get cut. So if you headbutt in a sparring session or if you get punched, the chances of you getting cut are smaller because you're wearing a headgear. All right, next up, mouthpiece. So there are so many types of mouthpieces. There's single, double mouthpieces for braces. There's custom made, there's boil and bite, so many different kinds of mouthpieces. And if you're sparring for the first time, there's no need to spend hundreds of dollars on a custom mouthpiece because you might try boxing and you might not even like it. So save your money. I say just buy a cheap boil and bite. And if you like it, then you can invest in a more expensive mouthpiece. So the purpose of a mouthpiece is pretty much so you don't chip or break any of your teeth. It also enforces you to bite down so you close your jaw. Because if you get hit with your mouth open, it's gonna hurt. All right, next up is hand wraps. So I have a whole video of hand wraps and a hand wrap tutorial. I'll have it pop up right here so you guys can click it and go watch the video about hand wraps. So the purpose of the hand wraps is to protect your hands from injury. And if you wanna add a little padding on your knuckles, it does soften up the blow a little bit. And the cool thing about hand wraps is that there's so many different styles of wrapping. So if you have a, I don't know, more fragile wrist or something, you can protect your wrist a little bit more. If you wanna protect your knuckles, your thumb, any of that, you can pretty much wrap it to any specific style that fits your needs. All right, next we have gloves. And for the purpose of the video, I'm gonna be using the ring horns. Also, these are the gloves that I'm giving away. If you're weighed 240 pounds, please don't buy 10-ounce gloves and spar with them. You're gonna hurt your sparring partner. Again, this is about learning, not hurting yet. So what I would recommend is if you're under 120 pounds, you can get 12-ounce gloves. Anywhere from 120 to 160, you can use 14-ounce gloves to spar. 160 to 200 pounds, 16-ounce gloves are fine. And anything over 200 pounds, you should really be using 18-ounce gloves. Now we have a nose guard. No, this is a groin protector. So groin protector, there's so many different protectors in different sports, right? They have them in baseball, MMA, boxing, football. So many sports use groin protector. So pretty much the purpose of a groin protector is to protect your balls, right? So that's why we need a groin protector. And there's so many different styles too. There's some that are just a strap. There's more bulkier, depending on the brand. Some are bulkier, some aren't as flexible. I like winning, it's really flexible. So groin protector, protect your downstairs, plain and simple. And that's pretty much what you need for sparring. Shoes are optional. I've used boxing shoes, I've used running shoes, I've used wrestling shoes. Just make sure they're comfortable and you're able to move because like I say all the time, I think footwork is the most important aspect of boxing. And if you're wearing shoes that aren't comfortable, they're not gonna work. So just wear comfortable shoes that allow you to move well. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, here are the 5 sparring tips for beginners. Okay, tip number 1, this is the most important tip. But I feel like if I start with this, many will not want to finish the video, so I'm going to push it to the end. Okay, tip number 2 is bring your hands back to your face. It's okay to relax your arms and even drop them to get some rest, but if you do, make sure you're completely out of harm's way, meaning you're far away from your sparring partner. The closer you get to your opponent, the higher the hands have to come. A huge mistake I see beginners make when sparring is they throw a punch or a combination and immediately drop their hands. If you drop your hands, you're exposing your head, and if you get caught, you might get hurt. So next time you spar, focus on throwing your punch or combination and immediately bringing your hands back to your face, because if you're sparring with someone experienced, they're going to make you pay for that mistake. Okay, tip number 3 is don't fall in love with a single punch. I see this all the time. If someone is new to sparring, 90% of the time they're throwing their strongest punch. Usually it's the cross. Sometimes I move around with my students and the whole round they're trying to land a right cross. Boxing is not about a single punch. It's an art, and there are so many ways to land that favorite punch. Starting off, you may not feel comfortable throwing a variety of punches, but it's important to practice them. 1, to get better at them, and 2, to increase the chances of landing a shot. You're sparring, you're going to get hit. It's okay. You have to take chances sometimes, and that means throwing punches that you aren't comfortable throwing yet. So don't fall in love with one single punch. If you spar someone experienced, they will notice and they will counter. Okay, tip number 4 is relax. This is not a street fight. You need to go into sparring thinking this is a training session and I'm going to get hit. I see so many beginners get angry when they get hit. What do you expect? This is boxing, nothing personal. Relax also means relax your body. Tensing up will get you tired and fatigued faster. For example, I've seen many well-conditioned athletes, non-boxers of course, get tired in less than a round. Why is that? Yes, boxing is a different sort of conditioning, but essentially we do the same exercises. But why does a highly conditioned athlete get tired faster than a boxer? Well, 1 is technique of course, but 2 is they are unable to relax. If you notice an experienced boxer, they are relaxed, able to conserve their energy until it's time to exchange or attack. Once the exchange is over, they relax and loosen up their body. This one takes time and will be the difference between lasting 1 round and lasting 6 rounds. Okay, tip number 5 is don't hold your breath. Ever wonder why boxers punch and make a shh or yell as they punch? They are releasing their breath. You may feel like holding your breath will increase your speed and power, but in reality, it doesn't and is actually fatiguing you quicker. Before you throw a combination or a punch, take a breath in, and if you're punching, breathe out. This can be through your nose or your mouth. Some coaches don't like the noises or breathing out from your mouth because it loosens up your jaw, but if you do at your own risk. I make a mix of noises depending on the intensity and duration of the combination. Sort of sounds like a sneeze, so next time you spar, don't hold your breath and focus on breathing out as you punch. What you absolutely don't want is to be caught breathing in, because that'll make the body shots a lot worse. Breathe out as you punch. Okay, back to tip number 1, and the most important is wait until you are ready to spar. I know, boring. It's very exciting to spar, but before you spar, it's important to learn the fundamentals first, because boxing is a dangerous sport. It is different from a street fight. I know it's easy to look at a boxing fight or fighter and think that it's easy, all you have to do is throw punches, but trust me, it's not as simple as it looks. The fighters you see on TV or shows have been training for years, so don't go into a boxing gym and expect to spar right away. It doesn't matter if you're an athlete or if you lift weights. You may be strong, but I'll say it again, boxing is different and it's dangerous. Now, if you're working with a well-experienced fighter and just want to learn and feel what it's like, then go ahead. But I don't recommend sparring with another inexperienced or beginner boxer, because then it'll just turn into a street fight with gloves. So the most important tip is wait until you're ready, and if you have a good coach, he or she will let you know when. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, I'm extending the glove giveaway, so all you have to do is send an email to yuyuboxinggiveaway@gmail.com. Put your name, your state, your age, and how you'll be using the gloves. And the second way you can win is if you purchase a team t-shirt from the official website. Is www.elyuyuboxing.com. I just made it. Let me know what you guys think. It's pretty simple, pretty basic. That's the way I like it. And if you want to support and buy a t-shirt, then go on to the website. Anyone who buys a t-shirt is going to enter the second glove giveaway. So you could potentially win 2 pairs of gloves. First one is free. Second one, you got to buy a t-shirt. All right, guys, thanks for watching.